Welcome to Have Yarn Creations. I'm Erin, and welcome to Yarn Chat number 10. It is January the 16th, 2020, and I have a few things I want to talk about. Don't have much today because, I had a lot to talk about last time. So, we'll just cover some basics here. First of all, I have some acquisitions. I splurged. I bought a few things. But for me, I didn't spend a lot. First of all, I went to Hobby Lobby and I got one skein of I Love This Cotton in white, and it is it's a number 4 cotton. This is, I would have to say, the best cotton that you can buy at a big store here in the States. Just super soft. And so I made a couple of washcloths of the waffle stitch, and so you get that texture that you need, and yet it's so soft. Really, it feels like butter in the hands. So I made 2 of those, and I have about just a little bit left. Not enough to make another one, but maybe if I had more. So, that was fun. These are a gift to my sister-in-law, and because I used my 40% coupon, I didn't pay hardly anything. The next thing is Hobby Lobby is also having a 50% off this week on a lot of their jewelry making stuff, and so I got some eye pins, and I got what's left over. I got a thing of eye pins, and these are the 2-inch eye pins. There's 20 of them, or 80 of them in a thing, and then I got the silver-plated 16mm leverback ear wire, and there's 20 of these, and they're 50% off, so I paid $1.99 a piece on those, and I made a few. I'm not done making them yet, sorry. I'm trying to pick them up. I made some stitch markers, and I already had the beads. These beads are left over from making something for my mom, and these are from a point in time when I was making some crochet earrings, and then this is from another project that I never did. So I'm utilizing what I already have, and so I made that one, and this one, and if I can get it to stop so you can see, and it won't focus in. It'll focus in if I do that. No, it's still looking at my fingers. Okay, and I have this one. And they just swing it around, isn't it? There we go. And this one. Now, I did one more with some pony beads that I have. Got a whole bunch of pony beads. That I did I did another thing, not this past summer, but the summer before last. I melted them in the oven. I had to open up all the windows in the house, but I melted them in the oven in the pie tins and made some. Me and the boys made some things for their window. I don't know. You hang them in the window, it shines the light through them, looks cool. For their dad, and I made one for my mother-in-law. And so anyway, I have a whole bunch left over, and so I made this little guy right here. And so anyway, so I made those. I've never made any of my own, and I've never had any pretty stitch markers, and so that was kind of fun. And I may be doing some more of that, seeing as I have some supplies, and I don't have to go buy anything for that anymore for that. And that's all of the acquisition stuff that I have, believe it or not. I did start a new whip. I'm brainstorming, and I had this sudden vision of stained glass windows. Now, I've seen the stained glass crochet block, and it's very pretty, and I like it. I have a problem using Ravelry. I won't go into it, but I don't use Ravelry. So, even if they're free. So, I was trying to find something myself to try and do my own stained glass. Now, I don't have the yarn, but I had this plan in my head where I'm going to take, I'm going to do a Grafgan in the center, and I want to do the background, instead of being like a solid background, it's going to be in a rainbow. And then I want to put a scripture on there in probably Gothic type lettering that's maybe having to do with God's promises for us, that He'll always be with us. And then I thought, what if I did a granny square block, not granny square, but do granny square blocks around it as the border, but gave it a stained glass look. But I wasn't sure how to go about that. And I saw, anyway, I want to share my inspiration on the stained glass window that I saw on the internet that I want to use. And I'm going to share that here. And then what I did is I found a square that I think I can adapt and make it. It's called the Casablanca Crochet Square. And so I will anyway, it's by Pattern Paradise by Maria, and it's really cool. I'm having trouble with it, so I've kind of redone it to, she has it where you can work, you're working two colors together, and hers are only two colors. So I didn't have what I want in yarn, because I really don't have any black, and I don't have any rainbow, multi-rainbow yarn. I have a rainbow of colors, as you can see behind me, but I don't have one yarn that's a multicolor rainbow. So what I did is, this is what I'm working on, and I'm getting ready to do the next stage. Now, she put in hers, she put in baubles in between each one of these. And I want it to look more like a stained glass window, so I decided I'm not doing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do another stage where I bring this back out and then maybe back in before I make it into a square. And my vision is where you see the peach, and this peach is a 1 pound peach by Karen, 1 pounder. And my idea is to use a multicolor yarn, preferably in bright colors. And then this right here, it looks real dark on here, but it's charcoal gray. And I worked the two at the same time, but what I did, instead of tucking in, see down here, I tucked in, I carried my charcoal gray underneath the peach, and you can see it. And I'm not real thrilled with that. So what I did is I did chains of the charcoal gray, and then I tucked them in behind as I did the peach. So this has got some chain work in the back, and you can see this in the back and see how it was tucked in here. So anyway, I've got lots of things to weave in, but I think it makes it much better and cleaner in the front, because like here, you can't see in the middle of this, you can't see the charcoal because I did the chain work and tucked it in behind as I was working it up. So it's a little bit more involved, but I think it makes a cleaner look in the front. So, and because it's chained, it's not just loose, I think that it'll be fine for the back. But it kind of gives it a bullseye look in the back. Anyway, so this is a test piece that I'm working up. And I'm really excited about that. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it, because I have to have the right yarn. So I have to be able to come up with some money for the right yarn. Speaking of which, I am hoping to start another of my Afghans that I just made. I got contacted by an old friend of, well, I shouldn't say old friend, a friend of nearly 40 years or so, who requested one. So we'll see how that works out. And I'm hoping with that commission that maybe I can get the yarn that I want to make my blanket. We'll see. Have a great day. Remember, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And love to subscribe. You share my videos. That'd be great. I'm trying to get my numbers up. And I'm excited. I'm at over 230 subscribers. It's fabulous. And remember, if you have yarn, be creative.